Okay, it's time for some harassment. I mean encouragement. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. It has come to my attention that some of you are not progressing your account, and this is going to be the video to motivate you to do so. We are going to be talking about Sand Devil today, and don't click off the video. Don't say, no, I don't need to do that.
You sure?
I have a really bad feeling about this.
Just listen, okay? Watch the video and then make your decision, because I'm going to show you why this is so impactful. No matter if you're level 50 or 100 or anywhere in between, we're going to talk about all of it, and I'm going to show you all of the different perspectives, okay? So I farmed Sand Devil overnight because I'm caught up on the fusion, and I want more and more oil. There's never going to be enough oil. I need you to know, okay? They just buffed the oil amounts. Thank you, Polarium. That was a really good thing. And I think the reason why is because people weren't farming it, okay? They just weren't. But I got me some ancient shards. I got me a lot of oil. And actually, that gives me quite a bit total. I'm not telling you you need to go all in like this. This is thousands and thousands of energy. I think I did 7,000 energy last night. And I'm not even farming 25, which is more ideal. I still need to build a team for 25. So I'll probably be doing that sometime in the near future, building a team for stage 25 and making a video on it because you need to farm it. Now, this also goes for the Shogun, okay? But I already did a video on this Shogun team, and there's a lot of content out here. Again, this is 24, but this is a ridiculously good team. It's so much better than the level 25 teams that I've seen that I'm okay farming 24, okay? You're not going to farm 25 as much as 24, or you're not going to farm Shogun as much as Sand Devil, is what the main point is. But this team is just super quick and very, very consistent. Okay, 21 seconds, best time 18, and then you can do the same thing with your accessories, which I highly recommend. Okay, now what we're gonna do today is we are going to utilize some new champions on my account. We'll say it like that way. We're gonna talk about how to abuse, really, the oil and whatever the resource is from Phantom Shogun, how to ascend your gear in order to make your account ridiculously better. And this is the main thing holding people back from vast improvements on their account. Like, if you want to make these crazy builds that you see content creators make, or maybe people from your clan, people on the internet, if you want to make these crazy builds, this is how you do it. If you want your builds to have great endgame stats, you can do it even if your gear is not that great. I'm going to prove it to you in this video. I will say at the beginning of the video, one way to improve your account is to track down the right blessings. For all of the people in your Hydra teams to start, do that first. If you need more damage in your Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss team, you want blessings, okay? And the key to blessings is 2 stars. 2 stars on the blessing. That's the key. It's not crazy, okay? When you come in and you look at a 2-star blessing, yes, I know, I'm tempted, and here's all the pop-ups. If you come down and you look at your 2-star blessings, what you're going to see is this is where you get your first stat bonus. And on your attack-based damage dealers, having a plus 500 attack is a lot, okay? Obviously, that's really not important here with the lightning orb And actually, one of the blessings that I have been really loving is Life Harvest, and then that will give him more HP. So we're going to switch to that. Nobody wants to debuff you anyway. So, anyway, go for the 2-star blessings, and then come back and do this with your oil. And now we have cleared most of the red dots so that we can come in here and talk about this topic. How we're going to do that is through the lens of my dude, Constantine. So, as you can see, I have 5 Constantines. And I've been gathering these up over the last 2 years. I got the most recent one was the other day in my shard pull video, which is absolutely insane. If you have not seen it, make sure you go take a look. But we got our 5th Constantine, and so today it's time to +4 him, because literally, why not? You guys in the comments were like, yeah, you should definitely do it. Some people were like, I use him all the time. I love Vlad already, so let's try to use them together. And then if you're not having Constantine, he's literally not important. You're just going to follow the same things as everyone else, okay? You're just going to do all the same things I'm telling you to do. You're just going to do them on your account instead of my account with whatever champion you want to do them with. The biggest impact you're going to have is on your damage dealers, though, so that's why I want to show you all of this ascension. And then I'll show you some of the other stuff as well, so that you can see the impact across the board. Also, for the record, if you can empower people, it does add a crazy amount of stats, okay? So that will allow you to do crazy builds, right? So your 3 ways to improve your builds, the main ones, I mean, you can just start by farming more gear, okay? Like that's step 1, like farm more gear. But if you have a reasonable amount of gear, then you're going to look for blessings. You're going to do all the things I'm going to tell you today, and then you're going to empower them when you have the ability to. I like keeping my faction guardians full before doing empowerment, but it depends on your perspective. Maybe you think it's better to have one powerful champion from that faction instead of having all of your legendaries more powerful. It depends on your perspective, okay? So we're going to get a crazy amount of stats here, all right? And I'm going to show you from multiple perspectives. So let's go ahead and +4 him.
Wow, that was really cool. Wow, that was really cool. Wow, that was really cool.
And that is the worst animation in Raid, okay? That's the hardest one to get, and it's the worst. All right, so you're going to start by doing your accessories. Now, I'm going to go through this in a little bit different manner. Okay, the very first thing you want on your attack-based damage dealers is obviously an attack-based ring. Let's look at this one since it's leveled up. 20% attack. That sounds great. We'll go ahead and put that on him. If I had a better ring, then I would put it on him, but like that's pretty legit. Maxed out double hit. Do we want accuracy on this champion? That's something we need to decide, okay? Before attacking, steals all buffs, transfer all debuffs from this champion to the target. We would need accuracy for that, but I don't think that we want to put accuracy in this build. We just want to build damage. So each hit is going to ignore defense, and then places an extra hit if they're under any debuff. And then we have the passive, which would block the revives. So I'm not going to build this for accuracy. If we end up having some accuracy on here, that is fine, but we will go attack. This is probably the one I'm going to go with. On your banners, if you are going accuracy or resistance, then that is something that you're going to want to test with your extract. Okay, you're right. So just test them. And your goal is to get accuracy with accuracy or resistance with resistance. So what you're going to want to do on your important champions, or, you know, basically all of your banners for your accuracy-based champions, you're going to want to test them. Okay, well, none of those worked out, but that's why you have lots of the small extracts and the small oils. Now, moving on, what you want to do is you want to find a crit damage amulet with the crit damage stat. Now, even on a rare amulet like this, we have a double hit on attack. It does have accuracy as well, so this would be great if it hits crit damage. It hit flat attack. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to test all these, and then I'll come back at you and we'll see the results. Okay, so I ascended like 6 different ones. And then we have this one here. It seems great. Double resistance is not really that important, but double attack is going to be great because that flat attack with a max glyph is exactly what you're looking for. And then you can come in here once you have farmed enough, and you can fully ascend it to get 12% more crit damage. Now, even if you're only able to farm the small extracts or the small oils, you can still get plus 4% crit damage, and that's going to help. So regardless of what level you're able to farm, maybe you're able to farm the middle levels, and you can come in here and get another 8%. Or maybe you're able to farm all the way up and get 12%. The Phantom Shogun is not as hard as the Sand Devil, so you probably would be able to do that, where on other places like the Sand Devil, you can't. So right there, right away, we have seen an immediate impact with that oil. We have an extra 12%, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to build Constantine, and then we're going to try to compare him to the difference in stats once we get the ascended gear on him. So let's get the first build going, and then we'll come back and see the comparison. All right, so here we have a stone skin build, which I'm actually tempted to keep. I'm very tempted to keep this. I don't have masteries on here yet, so once I choose those, it will be 100% crit rate. But this is pretty crazy stats. You know, the attack is a little bit low, to be honest with you. But his base attack is kind of low. His crit damage is off the charts. It's absolutely ridiculous. And he's in stone skin. So without glyphs, this is the stats I'm able to get on my +4 Constantine. Now let's compare that to, just like some broken stats, I'm not going to put in Savage or anything because I want you to just see what's possible with stats based on ascending the gear. All right, so if we take a look at the build here, we have an increase of 900 attack, which is going to be enormous. We took a very slight hit to the crit damage, basically keeping it the same. But all of the other stats are very, very similar. We added a little bit more speed, but basically everything is the same. The main difference is all 3 of these have the attack ascension. And that's contributing to this build. And as you can see, I lost the Cruel set in there. I went with 2 offset pieces because they were able to give me more attack than the Cruel set. Okay, now when you're looking for your attack-based damage dealer, you're either going to want speed boots with attack percentage or speed boots with speed, or obviously this is the best case scenario, attack percentage boots with attack percentage. Then on the chest, you're looking for attack percentage with attack percentage. And on the gloves, you really have 3 options. These are pretty ridiculous gloves. I'm excited to try them out on Constantine here. Crit damage with attack percentage. I have a triple speed roll here with crit rate and attack percentage. These are pretty ridiculous gloves. So do we have a full glyph? Come on now. For the video. Okay, 5. Well, it is what it is. And then let's put a small speed glyph on here as well, because the speed is not particularly important, but that will be there forever. And also what I wanted to point out is other good ascensions on the gloves are going to be, first of all, you have crit rate gloves, crit damage main stat, crit damage gloves with crit rate. Please find crit rate on your crit damage gloves and then ascend them with one of these 3 for your attack-based damage dealers. If it's a defense-based damage dealer, obviously you could use defense, HP, but crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage are going to be the main ones you go for, okay? So, for example, here we have crit damage gloves, crit rate substats, crit damage ascension, okay? And then one of these is crit rate. We have crit damage gloves, crit rate substats with crit rate. I think crit rate is the least of the 3 because there's lots of ways to get that stat in the game. You max out at 100, etc. I guess I'm hiding a little bit there in my head. Hopefully that's not too much. But this is still a great pair of gloves. All right. And then I think the best type of gloves would be ones like we have on that have attack percentage. Georgit's gloves here are another example. Okay. Crit damage with crit rate, attack percentage as the ascension. And you can see we made a huge improvement based on these. And that's going to really help us get the total stats that are crazy. You want endgame builds, this is the way to do it. All right, so we're over here on the free-to-play account. Let's take a look and see what kind of impact we can have here with this as well. All right, so this is probably the best pair of gloves on my entire account.
Holy crap!
I don't have tons of energy to throw around on this account like I do on the main account. However, once you find a good pair of gloves or a chest or boots, then you want to go all in on it. So after the fusion, I'll be farming oil to at least get the 2nd rank, but I think that I have some medium-sized oil, and I will try to win some more, maybe in tournaments or events. You can get this oil from some tournaments and events as well. So even if you can't farm up yet to the higher levels in Sand Devil, you can still go a long way. And actually, we're pretty close to being able to get that 2nd one. I just need a couple more runs. So what you want to do is farm the levels that you can farm, which for me is going to be level 7. I actually recently got up to level 10, so we could farm stage 10 here. I don't know how consistent that's going to be, but also, like, you guys are going to say, oh, but you have Rio, oh, but you have Trunda. So you got to do what's available on your account. The other 3 champions were fusions or a rare, okay? But I do farm stage 7 most of the time with this team as well, and I'll go ahead and run that through. And we'll go ahead and get that oil, and then we'll level that up here to end the video. All right, so we did a couple runs on Sand Devil. We got up to 87. So now we can go ahead and take a look at those same gloves again, and we can upgrade them and ascend them to level 3. So now that's going to be 7% crit damage added to the Trunda, or whoever, you know, your best champion is. And this is how you start progressing your account. Remember, I am in the mid game. You know, I've been playing this account for 8 months. No, 7 months. This is the 8th month. And so I'm not going to have a lot of ascended gear. But if we go take a look and we just sort by ascended gear, you can see I do have some that's ascended. And I do have that on some people as well. Why did I even do this? Interesting. That had to have been like super early game for that mission. But you can see I've tested speed boots to try to find speed on speed. I have yet to get that, but that's what I have tested, right? I have tested with some gloves, right? I have tested with some chests, and I haven't really found a lot. But you're going to test, and then you're going to invest, okay? Like on this one, this has been Pythion's chest so many times. Accuracy with accuracy. This needs to go on somebody. I forgot this was not equipped. Maybe on the Lady Kimmy that you guys love so much.
You talking about me?
But even on your early game accounts, all of this stuff that we're talking about today can be super impactful. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you going to go and farm some Sand Devil and Phantom Shogun and progress your account? Let me know if you need help. Sorry about shaking the screen, and I'll see you guys in the next video.